Should be us. There we are. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. There are people here with us, and people are already giving us the thumbs up. Anyway,
Yay!
for those of you who are watching, you can see on the screen. Use the WhatsApp app to call us, and we'll be able to, hear you and interact with you directly. Let me just introduce Deanna. As you may have read in the description of my video, Deanna's a metaphysical life coach, and she helps empaths and highly sensitive people realize their life's purpose, and she helps them embrace their self-love. Now, apart from that, she's a crazy kooky woman. Deanna is the hostess of the Spotify podcast called Empath Talk. And she's also a presenter of the weekly collective consciousness reading on her YouTube channel. And she offers extremely powerful private readings, one-to-one sessions that transmit love and light by raising your frequency, your soul's vibration rate, and releases emotional limitations. So what we'd like to do, of course, is ultimately get everyone to call. But I know that not everyone even knows how to use the WhatsApp app. So if you are in the chat, you can use our chat and ask the questions there. But the line is open. So, Deanna, welcome.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Hi. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, how did you get into this? What's a nice girl like you doing in this kind of business?
That's interesting. I was writing copy for a magazine yesterday that asked me the same interview question, so I'm good with this. So I actually was born with gifts, and I didn't realize when I came into the world and was using them that they weren't quote unquote normal. So I grew up in a time period where, unlike today, things were just not highly
We've got a
accepted.
call.
Good, yay!
Hello? 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 Who's calling? Gary. Hi, Gary. Gary for Grace. I see you in the chat.
Yeah, I just have one question. Maybe you can somehow help me out.
Sure.
I have been given cursed food in the past from a family member, and in the dream I had a lady. It was like 20 to 25-year old, and she said we're attached to you, and we're getting all the nutrition through you. Plus, there's a man and there's a young man. We're three dead spirits are attached to me, and since then I've been having a lot of issues and body sickness.
Okay, Gary, I remember last week you asked us a similar question. And I remember straight off the bat, and I am going to say that again. I don't see curses in the form of food. No, I don't see that kind of black magic coming your way. I don't know, Deanna, maybe I'm wrong, but Deanna, do you have anything to add?
Claudia, excuse me, I totally agree. What I was giving is what he has is called souls bonded to this soul.
Yes.
So, what is his first name again?
Gary.
Gary. So, what can happen is you can have other people's souls that are attached to you at higher levels, and they will begin to speak to you and get you to believe things that aren't true
Hold
in
on.
order to put you into fear.
Just a moment. Gary, can you hear Deanna?
Yes,
Okay, go on. Sorry, Deanna.
Okay, no worries. I'm glad you're making sure you can hear me. But anyways, so you've got these souls and they're sending you messages which are not true. And they're getting you to believe in things that aren't true, to put you in fear so you will continue to be their host. So the desired outcome is to rid yourself of them And that comes with just having somebody clear the energy, maybe the lifetimes between you and them, and releasing them.
Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Gary. Bye bye. Okay, so the line is open again. The line is open again. Um, let's see. Farah. Hello, Farah. Hi, dears. Can you see that, Deanna?
Yes, yes, I
Yes.
can. Hi, hi
Okay.
there, Farah. How are you?
So we will wait and well, usually it warms up after here it comes. Ready? Hello. Whoops. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Christelle and Deanna. This is Artie.
Artie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks again for this wonderful session.
What can we do for you, Artie?
Yes, I would like to ask, do you have a question, a message for me, please, with regards to my sensitivity?
From your guides, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I remember, RT, you asked something similar. Is this true? Um,
Um,
in the past?
no, it's not something different actually.
Uh huh.
This time it's actually more to my last week I asked something about because I didn't felt like the life force and I felt
Okay.
very dull.
Uh huh.
Now I'm
Yeah.
asking about my sensitivity. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. About your sensitivity. What did you want to know in exactly?
Whatever message comes through, actually, I wanted to keep it open.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. I'm going to get myself ready. Deanna, would you like to answer or just wait?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, of course. So, one of the things that happens when you ask the question is that my guides will connect with the other person's guides. So, like with the previous gentleman, that's how I got that information. So, then I close that out so that I'm in a pure connection with the next person. So, for you about your message and staying open about your spiritual abilities, by the way, are so beautiful. You are just really expanding, and where we are in time and space in the universe, you're going to see those gifts expand quicker and quicker and quicker. And I'm so glad you asked that question because it's not just you.
The eight
Yeah,
of sword, eight of wands. Yeah.
it's a lot of spiritually gifted people
Mm-hmm.
because we're being asked to bring the light into this world. The one message I did get very clearly for you is that you are working with pure spirit. You can call it God, spirit, source, and you've got that coming in. The forces of light, the Holy Spirit, and some of the masters are working with you. Open up your heart, my dear. Just open it up and allow them to work with you. And remember, when they're working with you, it's only things that are of love and light. It's no negative messages, no bad messages, no telling you to do bad things. It's guiding you to what you desire. Does that make sense?
yes, totally. So I'm so happy with this message. Thank you so much,
Great.
both.
Great.
You have a nice evening.
You
Thank you.
too,
You
Artie.
too. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Okay. Um, Gary went back into the chat, and this is what is how do I release them and protect myself? I think he didn't hear when you were saying how to work that out. Deanna, do you want to respond?
Yes, actually, Gary, that's actually what I do in my practice. Because I've studied for a long time how to do that. So, if you want to reach out to me, there should be a link down below and we
Yeah.
could get together. If you are going to do it on your own, then you can ask for Divine Source to release them from you and see if that does it for you. And just stay in love and grace. And you can also command them to leave. Sometimes that will work and sometimes it won't. Thank you for that question.
All right. Let's see. Um, Juanita is asking. Juanita, it would be nice if you could call. Hi, you told me in a different reading that I would have a baby. Will it be this year or next year? Thank you. A baby, a baby. Let's see. Well, there aren't many months left for this year, enough to have one, are there? So I would rule it out for this year, no? That's the short answer. Deanna, do you have,
I was
do you want
I
to
was
jump on
connecting.
that?
Yeah, yeah, I was connecting in, and I was having a look at her question. And what I'm getting for you, Juanita, is that there has to be a dynamic shift in your health
Yeah.
in order for you to have a child. And I was asking, is it mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual? And what I'm getting is it's an overall operation of your body. So it's how are you treating yourself mentally, emotionally, physically? You know, what are you doing to center and balance yourself? So it's not so much about having a child or not having a child. It's about having the health yourself so that when you get that beautiful baby, you can just love and hug it up and you don't have so many worries. That's what I'm getting, Juanita. I hope that makes sense to you.
Okay. All right. The lines are open. The line is open. Let's see. It's always so difficult for timing, you know. And the, let's say, the when is always linked to the person's actions or development and things like this. So putting a date on it is quite difficult. We can tell you what would be necessary. And I know I often say, no, it's not in this year, it's not in, I would wait 3 years. And last week, I'm not sure if it was you, Juanita, but I did talk to someone who was asking about that. And I remember clearly it was 3 years from the day that we were talking last week. Um, do you often, Deanna, have clients that are interested in this kind of question in their
A
reproduction
conception?
abilities?
Yes. So because your body is biological, electrical, and magnetic, and it's a whole reaction to your outside world. When people work with me, I will measure through connecting to them and their body, their energy body, where they are. So, I will recommend that they see maybe a nutritionalist or they see an exercise coach or something, but measuring where that's at.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have somebody who really desires a baby and they have a lot of worry for whatever reason, then their body may not conceive because a soul may not choose that desired outcome to enter in a family like that.
Okay,
So
good
it's
timing. We've got a
mhm.
question.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello. Hi, Claudia.
how are you? Who's calling?
I'm good. I'm Sonam.
Sona. What can we do for you?
Claudia, I have a question in my mind which is going on since long. I'm not even sure if it's right to ask it. But the question is that I'm staying with a person, with whom I feel very stuck. I feel I'm not able to evolve and thrive, and I restrict myself. So, often it comes to my mind that I need a release from that person,
Do
and
you
I
have,
want
can
to
you give
have a
us,
relation.
Sonam, can you give us a first name of that person?
I'm sorry, Claudia, I would not like to do that.
Okay. What about an initial? Something that will help me at least. I don't know, Deanna, can you work without that?
Claudia, could you repeat the question? I heard something about her being in a relationship and she thinks of him
Okay.
often.
Yeah. Her question is she's been with a person for quite a while and she feels that it's not positive for her and she needs to release that person. So what is the question actually, Sonam?
So I wish the person well, but I also am looking for a release. I don't know what is the lesson I need to learn from this relation and when will I get that release. So if you can help me on that.
You want to know when you'll get the release from that person? Is this what
Yeah,
you're saying?
if that would be great.
Okay. Okay.
All right, what I'm hearing in my head from her spirit guides is that this person has no more karmic value.
Okay.
So what that means is that the release is up to her. It's
Yes, I was
not
just going to
about
say that.
unfinished business.
I just got that. The release is up to you. It's not up to that person. You will relieve yourself of him. That's when it will end.
And what should I do for that?
Well, I mean, Sonam, if you don't want to see a person anymore, you tell that person, I think this is the end of the line for us. That's it. I don't want to be blunt and I don't mean to offend, but is this something you understand?
Yeah, but there are some relations, Claudia, that you can't walk away with, they're there.
Well,
So,
um, there are relations that you cannot walk away from, surely, because once you're born into a family, you don't walk away. Your mother is always your mother, your father is always your father. The relationship is chosen for you in many countries, like India. I see that plus 91, you must be from India. But there is also a way to end the relationship if you are not traditionally bound. If you are not, um, you know, there are many factors here, many variables, Sonam, and it's difficult for me to give you a response, but I'm getting, and Deanna's getting, that you are the person to have to release them, to end the relationship.
Claudia,
Yeah, hold on.
if she's in a different situation, a different country, there, there's, like you said, different
Yeah,
cultural norms. And thank you for reminding me of that.
yeah.
So one of the things is safe boundaries. What are the cultural boundaries that she has access to keep that relationship in a place where it's not hurting her so much? That would
Sonam,
be
are
my
you
question.
married to this person?
uh, no, but I'm living with that person.
Okay, you're living with them.
Ooh.
If you are living with them, then you need, like Deanna said, to put up your personal boundaries and create your own personal space. I'm sorry that it may not make any sense, but no divine hand will be coming down to give you a response in this kind of situation. It is a decision, and karma is all about making decisions. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Good luck to you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to send her some love and light. Sounds like she is
Yeah,
really
would be.
challenged.
Hello?
Hi, ma'am. This is Sridevi here
Sh- sh-
from India.
can you give me your name again, please?
Yeah, sure. Sridevi.
Shrivedi. How are you?
Oh, what beautiful.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, ma'am?
Fine. I'm going to call you Shri.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, what can we do
Thank
for
you.
you?
Yes, ma'am. I have one question. This is for my son. I have a 8-year-old son.
Yes.
He is very naughty,
Ah,
and that is acceptable. That is fine. But nowadays, I'm feeling that he is not that focused on his studies.
okay. When you say naughty, can you give us an example of his being naughty at that age, 8 years old?
Yeah, ma'am. So if we ask him to do something, he'll do completely opposite to that. So you can imagine
Okay,
how he is.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So the question, what is the question exactly?
Question is, he should be focused on his studies. He is very smart and clever. If he studies once, it will go to his head. But he is a bit lazy in doing that.
Okay. And what's the question
So
for
question
us?
is, okay, question is he will be good at studies, right?
Oh, so the
Like
question
he
is,
says,
how will his studies
yeah,
work out? Or, okay.
yeah,
All right, let's take a
yes,
look. Let's take a look.
yes, ma'am.
What's his name? His first name?
Veed,
Sorry?
VEED.
Veed. Okay. I see him. Look, you seem to me during the years, throughout the years, over and over, are having sort of a recurring nightmare about this, about his ending up with failing grades, not making it. What I'm seeing is that he's very, very highly intelligent, and he's also very guided, oriented by the universe. He is not a slow learner, but he's a slow person to take up his responsibilities. And that will be slower than you want him to. And so I do see the sun, I see the star, I see the sun, I see the six of swords. I mean, these are beautiful cards, but I do see the nine of swords as well, which is you truly being afraid that he'll never make it. Just let up, just relax the tension on him. Take up a hobby, do something else, and you'll see that he'll come around. You're welcome.
Hey,
Bye bye,
Claudia.
Shri. Did you? Oh, sorry, just a
It,
moment,
it,
Shri. Yes, Deanna.
so what I was getting is that he's so highly intelligent and that he finishes, she was saying, his studies really super quickly. And so he needs two things. One, he needs emotional security. So once he's completed his task, like you said, getting him a hobby, something he likes, something to keep his mind active, but also the emotional support is what I'm getting. He needs that love and that nurture to say, okay, fantastic. I think she said he had like a photographic memory. He does it once and he's like
Photographic, yeah.
genius level IQ, but giving that emotional love to him that it's okay to be that way, but here's something else you can do to keep yourself, stimulated. That's what I was getting. And he is quite lovely and he feels like he has a genius level or a golden brain IQ. That's
Yeah.
all I was getting. And just to love him and keep that safe, loving boundary as opposed to you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It's more about lifting him up and holding him in his space, but not giving him too much praise. That's what I was getting.
Okay, Shri.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
She's she's lovely.
Take care, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the Andrew. Andrew. Oh, Anthea. Sorry. Anthea says hello. Anthea. Let's see. Rita Kapoor says hello. And we've got another call.
This is awesome.
Hello.
Hello, Christelle. Hello, Christelle Martinette. Hi, how are you? And the other person, sorry, I didn't catch the other person's name. Sorry.
Deanna.
Hello.
Deanna.
Hi, Deanna. Hi, Deanna. How are you
Hello.
as well? How are you both? You okay?
All okay for me. Deanna, how you doing?
Yes, it's a beautiful day where I live.
Colorado. Or somewhere
It
near.
is, yes. It's really
Yep,
lovely here in the
Colorado.
UK as well. Nice sunny day.
What can we do for you?
Okay, I just wanted to ask a very quick question. How do you see my finances being in the next 6 months, please?
Okay, your finances in the next 6 months.
I was going to say 1 year, but I think let's stick to 6 months for now.
Yeah, we want to get to 6 months. I get it. All right.
Yeah.
At least that. Okay. It's never
Okay,
going
I'm
to. Go ahead, Deanna, and then I'll jump in. Go on.
I'm getting it's very interesting because I'm asking why he is asking the question.
Yeah.
What's happening for him that he's actually asking? And what I keep getting is security. And I wanted to know that's a big, thing. I want to know what kind of security. And it's between health and career. So what is it, if you don't mind my asking, that you do for a living?
Well, I'm currently out of work and I've got some finance related exams to prepare for in the next couple of months. So, my plan is that maybe in September, October, I'll start to look for work. But then my concern is that, I may find it difficult to get jobs for maybe a few weeks to a few months, or I may be extremely lucky and I may get a job straight after
Yeah.
finish taking the exams in September, or will I be waiting a while? And how will the finances be as a result of this over the
All
next
right.
6 months, please?
What I get is that it's never going to come in as fast as you want. This is what I'm seeing. You are thinking yesterday, it should have happened yesterday. It will be coming in. I have this beautiful well,
Mhm.
four of wands that is on the floor now. The four of wands, which is a very strong, stable card. We talked about stability, financial stability, and you that stability is based on something to come in. I don't see it coming in right away in October. No, I do see that you have to wait for a few months. I'm seeing much longer than you want to, but then it goes
Oh,
well.
that's all right. I can do with a holiday.
Yeah.
I
But then
do I do see one thing about what mind is that right now, from today, 3 calendar months from today, there's something coming in. Because if I heard you correctly, you were saying that you have some exams to take before you can get a job. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm not applying for any jobs just yet because I feel that if I get a job now and then I have to take time out for exams, no employer will appreciate that. So I'm just thinking get the exams done and out of the way, which will take me up to say 14th of September, and
Okay,
then
what I'm getting is right now, 3 calendar months from today, if you want to mark it. I keep getting that there's something coming to you that will bring you money. And I don't know how, the culture is where you are. Sometimes people can take a side job, or somebody might contact them that's a friend and say, I need you to do this for me. But it feels like in 3 months, there's some kind of financial, some offer that's going to come to you that's not necessarily what you're seeking, just a side hustle, if
yeah,
that matches
it's
what you
interesting.
have.
Interesting, Deanna. I saw the same three, but after the exams, 3 months after
Ah,
the
okay.
exam. So, well, what can we say? Good luck.
Maybe
Let
he
us
gets both
know.
of them.
It,
great.
it's
I'm
three
I'm
months.
thinking that
At 3 months after the exam, okay, where she's seeing 3 months from now, something will be offered you, but not exactly what you want. But it could be
Mhm.
a side hustle or a side job or a part time. But I'm seeing after the exam, 3 months after that. Yeah.
I wish it's the lottery.
Yeah. Well, you let us know, and we
If
want to
it's the
do it
lottery,
if it is the
yeah, if it's the
lottery.
lottery, yeah, come see us,
10
come bring your
percentage.
Learjet.
Bye bye. Have a nice weekend.
Bye, Crystal. Bye, Deanne. Have a great day, and
Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.
He
Oh,
was so sweet.
okay.
But Claudia,
Let's.
on that, it felt good when you were saying that. It felt so good. It's like it because he's concerned about the cash flow. So
Yeah.
it's like just like there's something that comes and he gets a little cash flow. And then when you said the 3 months after the exams, that felt good too. So here's to
Yeah.
getting both of them.
But it was interesting that we both saw 3 months. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah. I have no, well, no, I'm trying to think if it has ever happened to me. I'm going to put AJ's question here from the chat. I'm trying to sell a property of mine. How much time will it take to sell? AJ, this always, how much time? How long? What month? When? These questions are so difficult to ask people like us because universal time is so difficult, but let's see what we can do.
Yeah, so on that note, what I find happens is I'm looking for a different book here that I'm going to use.
Yeah,
But what I find happens is that when you are asking for exact time, there's more than one timeline. So
yeah,
it depends on the person's choice day to day as to what that outcome looks like. AJ, at the moment, though, while she's working on that, my question is what's blocking it from selling? Because if you knew that, perhaps you could fix it and get it going faster. So I'm going to ask that, Claudia, while you got the other side.
yeah. AJ, you can write the answer in the chat for her if you can't call. Um, I I'm getting numbers, multiples of eight, 8 or 8 weeks. 16 weeks. And the 16 weeks is the focus here. The 16 weeks, that's 4 months. And um, it will be sort of, it's as if you get an offer and it just doesn't go through at the last minute. And then, it's a tragedy for you because I must have, I might have, no, thought I hung up on somebody, but it might seem to be a tragedy to you, but then after 8 weeks, after 2 months, then it sells. So all in all, I have 16 weeks, which is 4 months plus two, that's 6 months. This is what I'm getting. I'm looking for Deanna's backup.
Okay, what I'm getting is the first number that you got is
16.
the reason it doesn't sell
Yeah,
has something to do with insurance,
the
but not
insurance.
not the seller's insurance, but the buyer's insurance.
Mm.
And that's why it doesn't come into fruition. And then the second thing I'm getting is when it goes through, there's something to do with development. So is this land, you know, in the process of being developed? Is it being looked at to develop? But that's what I'm getting brings it into being sold as some kind of development. Feels like water development. So where I live is a desert area, so there's a lot of water rights, and if we don't have enough water, people can't build, and that slows development. But that's if it has something to do with water, could do with stagnation of water, could do with the poisoning of water, something. I can't get more clear than that. I apologize for that.
Okay, let's see. Arvind is asking a question. I have a question related to my maternal uncles. I guess there are more than one. Just a moment. Okay. Maternal uncles. My grandfather had two wives. Uh, Subedra. Wait, we're having a call. So, Arvind, let me put you aside. Hello? Hello? No.
Okay.
Okay. Two wives, Subedra and the other named Shanta. Both have passed away. It seems Shanta's soul is affecting my uncle. I'm not sure what the question is. Tell us, please, exactly what your question is, okay? I have a call that just stopped ringing because then Arvind asks, can you please tell us what the solution is? And I don't understand the question. Okay, let's
I
see.
think I do.
Hang on.
Um,
Hello?
I think
Hello? Wait a second. Hang on. I'm trying to get your sound. There you are. Who's calling?
Ma'am, hi, this is Arvind here.
Oh, there you are, Arvind. Tell us. Tell us what the story is.
Yeah, so my, you read my message, right?
Yes, I read your message.
Yeah, so my grandfather had two wives. So one named Subhadra and
Yeah.
another named
Shanta.
Shanta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, Shanta was kind of an unhappy soul.
Yes.
Okay. So she used to always create problems for other kids.
But they are
Basically.
both passed. They have both passed.
Yeah, yeah, that's correct.
So, what is the
So
question to? Are you interested? Ah,
yeah, so my uncles, so there have been some issues going on in their house, like frequent health issues or some conflicts in the house.
okay,
So
Arvind.
that's been going on.
Arvind, let me clarify. When you say your grandfather had two wives, they have both passed, and then you talk about your uncles. Those two uncles are his sons.
Yes,
Okay,
that's correct.
and and you say that strange things have happened to them in their homes, both of them.
Right, right.
And so, what is the question?
So I want to know, this person Shanta is she not happy with them? Like, is she causing any trouble to the family?
But she has passed already. She's passed, right? She's no longer alive.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
she's no
talking
longer alive.
You're talking about the past tense. If when she was alive, she had done something to these two uncles, for what reason?
Not me.
No.
No, in the current time, so these two uncles are facing like fear issues and there have been conflicts in their houses.
Yes.
So we feel that it has been caused by that unhappy soul.
Okay. So, and are you asking us if that's true? If okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at that. Deanna, have you any
Yes, and this is
Arvind?
Arwin,
Arvind.
Arvin, Arvid. Can I ask what country you're in?
He's in India, 9 plus 9 1. He's in India. Or is that right?
Okay,
India.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
okay. So please be kind. I have sometimes challenges with understanding that how different cultural norms work. But what I'm getting is that there's some way for you to there's some kind of a ceremony that you can use to send her on. That's it. It's just simply, I don't know if you do smudging ones, I don't know if you do incense or if you have a ritual, but it's just doing the ritual to send her on. It's like she's looking in because she's worried and she doesn't understand that her vibrational frequency is interfering with the human bodies that are in the house. Does that make sense?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. Um just a moment, because I don't see her in the light. Um which is one thing. Although I don't see her earthbound as you may, Deanna. I don't see
Mhm.
her being earthbound, but she's not in the light. And when she was on earth, she was not in the light. Then
Yeah.
she has been able to influence both of them in some way. It could go far into the future, her influence, without a doubt. She does not have to be alive. Um, and so, what I'm saying is that um, I hear that her soul is willing to move to the light. I'll do that for you. But in terms of your uncles and their health and the issues in their home, Deanna suggests that in some way they clear their homes and their energetic bodies in some way. Okay?
I understand. Yeah.
Okay, so you know how in the description of the video here, you'll find Deanna's information, her website. You'll see mine. You know what I do. If you have trouble with that, okay?
Yeah, yeah, sure, ma'am. Thank
Oh,
you so much, ma'am.
okay. Arvind, are you the Arvind who took voice lessons with
Yes.
me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you. Take care of yourself, Arvind. Bye bye.
Thank you so much,
You're
ma'am.
welcome.
It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Same to me. Bye bye. Okay. So, same, so we don't have to put his message up again. Um, we have an Annette here. Annette, what do you see for Timothy and I in the future, please? And thank you. Let's see. 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 If you ask about the future, I don't know if you're together now, but I do have this wonderful six of cups, because Timothy has, it's not his first rodeo with you. This is a karmic person, a karmic relationship. It's come round again. I've got this beautiful ace of clubs, and the sun is, there's, the focus is on the sun. I'm getting a call, and the stars. Let me take the call and then we'll continue with Annette. Hello? Yes, who's calling? Hello, who's calling? Krishna, can you speak a little louder? I can barely hear you.
Ma'am, you can hear me?
Yes, if you speak a little louder.
Yeah, fine. Second.
I,
You can hear me now?
I can hear you. Just speak up. What can we do for you?
Okay, hi, ma'am. Right now, I'm going through hard time without my husband.
No
My
husband.
daughter, she's in
Okay. Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, plus 60?
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Okay. No husband.
Yeah,
How long have you
okay.
been without a husband?
2 years, been 2 years,
Okay.
right?
Do you have children?
My daughter, yeah, my daughter, she's such an angel, but deep inside, she misses her father so much.
Yeah.
And is this all happened because of me? My husband being passed, is that because of me? Is there any message from our spirit guide for me
Um
and my daughter?
uh can you tell me, you said he's passed. I mean, have you separated, or has he passed away?
No, he passed away.
Okay, I'm so sorry to hear, and so
Yeah.
sorry for your loss. Um, why would you ask? Is it because of you?
Because they claim it is an accident, but it's not an accident. I know. So I feel I have the duty, if I didn't let him go out that night, it wouldn't happen. And I knew that it's not an accident, but I can't do anything because I'm having daughter, right? So I can't do anything.
Um,
So I just
Deanna,
living with my daughter now.
do you have anything to add? I have some things here, but go ahead.
Um, from one woman to another, I can feel the sense of loss, and there also feels like there's a little guilt. Um,
Guilt.
Please let go of that, because all of us as beings in human bodies on this planet have times that we choose to exit. We have agreements before we come, and you're so lovely, and your daughter needs you. You are very, just such a lovely soul. And I would like for you to focus inward on healing from your loss, working towards that, and being there for your daughter. I don't get any other messages than that, Claudia.
I
Nothing
have this.
psychic.
I have this. Uh, Also, this message of working towards uh, leaving the grief behind and the guilt above all. And I have the fool here is your life has yet to begin. You really have yet to begin, but I do have the Four of Swords, which tells me you're going to be grieving for quite some time. And unfortunately, grief and guilt walk hand in hand, whether it's a spouse, a mother, a father, a sibling. And unfortunately, they never need to be together. It's not our faults, because the soul comes in with a contract already, knowing when they want to leave. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what we're saying? Yeah, and I see at also the 10 of coins here, abundance coming your way. You need to just let it go. Let go. I'm so sorry
Yeah,
for your
just
loss,
yeah,
really.
my daughter actually.
It's
I'm living with my daughter because every night before she sleeps, she asks me why I don't have father. I
I
wish I
know.
would have no
I
father.
know it's
Can I
terrible.
find my father? She's just
Yeah.
asking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people they're looking at me as though he died because of me. Yeah, some
Well,
people they're
this
so
is the
twisted.
outward
People, yeah,
world. Some people, and this too is not only the grief and the guilt with your husband. You need to leave that outside world
yeah,
outside. Okay?
yeah.
Oh, good luck to you. A big hug.
Yeah, that's hard. And if she can heal herself or work through the grieving, the people on the outside telling her that will be less owie, lack of better terms.
Yeah,
And then
there's a
whenever you're ready, Claudia, somebody actually texted me on my cell phone because they said they were having trouble getting through just on the
a
chat. So
client
whenever
of
you're ready
yours.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, well, have a nice weekend.
What's that?
You're welcome. Bye bye. Go ahead.
Let's see here. Yeah, she says she can type it on. She can
The
type
chat.
it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you could
So I'm
just
going to ask
type
her.
it on the
Yes,
chat, it
yes,
would be
please do.
wonderful.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
And
Cool.
what is her name?
Her name is Kelly. I don't think
Kelly.
she's got it on there
Okay.
yet.
Let's see. We were answering Annette, Timothy. Is that you? We were together before, and I kept, here you go. Annette was saying, you were right. We were together before, and I keep hearing someone I dated before is coming back. Yeah, there's that Six of Cups. That is definitely, and they are beautiful cards, one more beautiful than the other. And a big yes in the beginning of this spread. You've got the sun, the star, and the Page of Cups coming back, turning back. It's coming right to you. So good luck with that, and let us know. Write to us and let us know. I don't see anyone else writing in the chat, but Sushama is asking, will I be able to progress spiritually in how many years? Okay. Sushama, I have definitely, yes, the spiritual progress and awakening, enhancement, whatever you want to call it, it will be happening. It's not a number of years. It's when you yourself are ready to start that process. It involves reading, praying, studying, meditating, and that's when the awakening will progress. Deanna?
Yes, ma'am. I agree. When you read the question, what I heard in my head was it starts now.
Yeah, it starts now. Yeah, it's a long process, and in fact, um, it never ends. It's not one day that you are, because we develop along our lifetimes. And we have Ilya.
And
Can I ask a question? Yes, Ilya, but you have to ask it, so we don't know. Um,
Claudia, I have her question if you want me to read it
okay,
out.
let me just put Queen. May I receive a message from a past loved one? Queen, can you specify the past loved one if that person has passed, died, and the first name? Go ahead, Deanna.
Kelly writes, I have done so much work on myself the last few months with EMDR, self love, and release. I have done so good on not contacting Connor. I was wondering if he's going to come back or if I need to release the feelings I have for him. Am
Okay.
I and I'm really struggling with funding and talent for my festival. She's putting on a festival.
Well, the first question about Connor, was it?
Yes,
Yeah,
Connor. That's correct.
very clearly it says turn around and walk away. That's very clear. I've got the judgment card, first position. I've got this 8 of Cups right there. Just turn and go. Pick up those heels. Your time with that person is over. And go under a tree, sit down, think of what you have to do and who you are, who you want to be, and imagine yourself in that position, in that relationship, in that job. The second part was,
The second part is she has an organization that she gets funding for to help people who've been through abusive relationships.
yeah,
And she says, I'm really struggling with funding and talent for the upcoming festival, trying to manifest, shine down, and funding.
okay. Another response that came up is legal, something to do with legal aids, legal consultancy for that thing that she's organizing. Get someone who can talk about support that people can turn to and all of the options that they can have. This is what, when she said talent, that is an important talent for somebody like
Absolutely.
that.
She writes back, she says, I feel that about the Connor. She says, I
Yeah,
feel that sadly.
yeah.
And thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank you for
welcome.
taking that.
Yeah. Ilya, Ilya, right there she is. Okay. On his leg. Oh, what was that? Okay, so the first part was my son David was operated. Let me put these in succession. My son David was operated on his legs, so there are some complications like allergies anyway. The question is there soon recovery? No problem, the English. Let's see.
I'm
Is there
honored.
yeah, is there a soon recovery? Is what does the recovery look like? Let's see. When you're asking, for those of you who are in the chat or calling, when you're asking about someone, it's always important to get a first name of that person for us to concentrate more clearly.
Oof. Claudia, when I connect in with that young man,
Yeah,
I get cold chills. David, I get cold chills all over my body.
yeah,
That tells me that he has got such a high amount of energy.
yeah.
And I'm going to look and see what else I can find.
You mean a high
So there is,
vibration? Yeah,
yes, and there is toxic or negative energy around him causing the complication of him not healing.
yeah,
So get him into a more positive environment is what I'm clearly getting.
yeah,
And then he also has what I'm getting from spirit is he has he's not compatible his body with the medication.
yeah.
That's what I'm
I,
getting.
I'm getting the negative energies that are around him, yes, and he needs to be cleared, definitely. And it turns into toxic um, substances for his bloodstream. Yeah. Um, let's see.
I'm hearing there's two medications for him,
Yeah.
and it's the second one that he was prescribed is the one to have them reevaluate. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Okay. Then we have here um, SK. I feel like there have been entities sent my way. I see a black cloud around me. I feel like they are affecting me financially and health wise. Is there any black magic that was done on me? What can I do? All right, let's see. Um,
Claudia,
yeah.
what's the second card you put down?
Second card I put down is the Seven of Swords.
They say that my guides say that's accurate. That's the one for the answer.
But in relation to what I have here, the Seven of
Hmm.
Swords is something that has occurred to her doing it herself, not from the outside to her. She
Oof,
is the
yes.
person responsible for the energy that she has. How does that happen? Fear, stress, anxiety, hate, all of those negative feelings attract big time negative entities. And it's no black magic. We should get rid of that word black magic. There's negative energy is really what we're talking about. And yes, you're full of dark energy. So contrary to your icon there that's full of light. It looks like either they're yellow roses, I think.
They
Um,
look beautiful.
they
Yeah.
look beautiful. Yeah. Actually, yes, this is something that you need to clear up. There are gratitude rituals, there are prayers, um, all kinds of things that you can do and start to do. And the ritual nature of what you do is very important as well. Did you want to add anything?
Oh, thank you for taking that, letting me tell you what the guides were saying. They were like pointing in my mind to the second
Sure,
card,
sure,
and they were like, "That's the answer."
sure.
And the only thing I would add to that lovely person is that it's a step by step process. So whatever ritual you have, whatever routine you have, find something that helps you feel joy. So like I've been posting on my social media things that bring me joy, simple things, taking a walk, and make sure that you get up out of bed when you wake up. Don't go back to bed, don't roll over because that also can cause challenges. So
I
big
have
hugs and kisses to you.
I have to something very, very odd has just happened. I study
What's that?
Russian. Okay, I study Russian, so one of the layouts of my keyboard is Russian. Okay,
Cool.
Ilya was there, and I was writing to her on the chat saying, um, lots of healing energy to David, and it came out all in Russian because
Oh, wow.
because the Russian keyboard came on. Very, very odd. Very, very odd.
Somebody's
Okay,
talking to you.
Sonam, any messages for me from my guides? I am lately seeing 1111 and 222 a lot. Okay, good for you. I guess you haven't gone blind if you could see that. That's a good thing.
Is
Let's see.
Sonam, is that person Capricorn?
I don't know. I don't know. She would have to tell us. She would have to tell us. Yeah.
Just curious. It feels like the synchronicities of the numbers have something to do with Capricorn.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if she's a Capricorn rising or,
I
but
don't have
it's
anything.
telling her to whatever the Capricorn energy is right now, because I don't study that very much. These synchronicities are showing her that she's on the right path within that energy. That's what I'm getting.
Well, I'm getting that the basis for you, what you want to do in the future is laid out. You need to walk on that path that you have created and laid out. You're, how can I say, you're being very cautious and taking time, which is fine. But at the same time, you have this opposing energy that you want to slay the dragon and slay the dragon of time so quickly in order for you to get where you want to go. Um, and the guides are playing a little trick on you. They're saying, lighten up. Just lighten up. Don't take yourself seriously as you tend to do. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Let's see. Laura, can someone help me how I can get onto WhatsApp? She's opened it. You've done that so much. I can't tell you how to do that because you have to be with you. Someone would have to be with you with your phone. Um, Ilya says, I do not understand what kind of bad energy around us. He lives with us. Ilya, when we talk of negative energy, a lot of it has to do with um, what you see when you look at a person. Of course, if it's your son, what you see in that son's eyes is different from what I would see and everyone else would see. But obviously, you're writing because there's pain there. And that pain is due to negative energy that is affecting him. This is what we're saying. This is what we mean.
It's there's a problem with letting go of the old, whatever the old is.
For her son,
Yes.
letting go of something old, probably past
Mm-hmm.
life energy. Laura, um, you have to get the app, put in your phone's contacts, this number, write Christelle or Claudia, and then you will find in the WhatsApp, you can write a note, you'll see a little pen, you write and you pick up my number and you can call. There's a little phone in the upper right hand corner. That's how it works. All right, sorry. There is Queen. I jumped over your message. My mentor, Mark, passed away a while ago, but he believed in me. I've lost my way. And. What did she want to say? What did she want to say? I've lost my way and. Can you continue, Queen? And in the meantime, Babita, I would want to know messages from my spirit guide on my career. I'm very confused if I should proceed with business that I have currently or to go to work for at home while getting more inclined spiritually. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, okay. I'll get back to you, Queen. Uh-huh. The career, Babita. I you know, I it's interesting how the spirits respond. It's not about the work. It has nothing to do with what kind of work you want to do. You can stay where you are, you can work from home, you can do anything. Your spirituality is in disjointed from what your actual job is, okay? Because you serve the divine and you are aligned to the divine, which is nothing to do with your work. So here, the answer here is do whatever work you want to do. If you are interested in earning money, do what brings you the most money and still pray, pronounce invocations, chant, sing. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with the work that you are doing. And I don't understand where the confusion comes from. Because obviously, if you're asking about your current business, there might be some dissatisfaction maybe with that work. Um, there you are, Queen. And why am I seeing three? All right, hold on.
I
What
did
is
have
your
something for
Queen?
Babita.
Yeah, Babita, go ahead.
hmm So the answer that I got was kind of funny. It's let's see if we can get this. If she can see this, it's called message. Get this on here on the camera. Message in a bottle. That's the card that I pulled. So what that means is that this choice that she's attempting to make
Yeah.
is just floating in between her ability to make the decision.
Uh huh.
So one way or the other, she's going to come out fine. And then I asked, well, okay, could I have some clarity on that? And I got go the distance.
Yeah.
So
Do
whatever
good.
she decides, she has to fully commit and leap in with her whole soul and don't look back.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, let's see. I have Queen wants to know if she has any messages from her mentor that passed away.
The first thing I'm hearing is I'm trying to get some clarity on this. I hear the word leave. It's like she's currently doing something. Oh my goodness, I'm getting cold chills everywhere. So your mentor, I can sense him, and it's like he wants you to leave something you're doing. There's something you're consistently doing that's blocking your beautiful divine gifts, and he just wants you to stop.
Hold on.
I
He's
don't
calling.
understand what that means.
Okay. Queen, what I have is that you're obsessing about something and that needs to stop. That's what the message is from
Thank
him.
you, Claudia.
Yeah. I have, hello? Hello? Yes, who's calling?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, who's calling?
Can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Hello? Laura,
Yes.
I got on. Oh my God.
Who's is Laura? My God, 2 weeks.
Laura,
She's been asking, what do I
3 weeks.
do? What do I do? Laura, what can we do for you?
I'm sorry. It took me 3 weeks to figure this out.
Okay, let's
But anyway,
go
thank you
ahead.
so much. I'm so grateful to be here. I would like to know what I should be focusing on in my life. I have a new man and we're in love or whatever, you know, and
I love that or whatever.
how people
You got it going on.
Okay, can you give me would you mind giving me his first name?
sure. His name is Andrew.
Andrew. Okay. What's going So you want to know something.
I want to know, is it going to work out with us? Is he going to move with me? I want to move closer to my sisters. I came out for love. It didn't work out, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And I've been up here way too long in PA. It's too cold.
Pennsylvania. Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Andrew. What about Andrew? What about Andrew? What do you have, Deanna? Because I'm getting a sort of contrasting messages here. Um, because there's something that you're not happy with this relationship, and vice versa. He too, Andrew too, says to himself, well, there's something about, I can't put my finger on it. There's something about us as a couple that's not working out. And yeah, yeah, well, and the thing is, I don't. I mean, I have some big cards here, some important cards. The important cards are telling me change. There's going to be change, change. You need something that is more grounded, more substantial, and more everything. You're not going to get it from Andrew. Um, and this is going to cause you difficulty, even if you decide to close that door. You will suffer. Okay, I hate to say that, but you will. Deanna? Well, I can only tell you what
Okay.
I see. Deanna, do you want to tell her
Yes,
something?
yes, ma'am. Okay, so what I am getting, that would be the biggest challenge you have in this relationship is addictions. Addictions can be anything from alcohol to work. Okay, that's the biggest challenge you have right now. Did you say you've been together 3 or 4 months? 2 years. Okay, because the relationship just feels very new to me. That's why I asked if it was 3 months. But I'm also getting that the love is conditional. If I'm not spot on, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm getting is it's conditional. It's like
It's not
when
unconditional.
everything's happy,
Yeah, I'll be
you guys are
happy if.
good.
I'll be happy if, but I'm not happy
Yeah,
unless. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm getting, and love you.
Okay, Laura? Do you see? No, I don't. Unless you decide to do that because you have free will and you can do that. But I don't see it. I don't see that. You know. You're welcome, Laura. Bye bye. Me too. Bye bye. Okay, now there's a couple of things. She's her confusion, Babita, is because she wants to make money, but last year or so she was more inclined spiritually. Um, is my guide giving me a message that I'm bound to do something on a spiritual path? Babita, the guides are saying that you need to do something towards your spiritual path, irrespective. That is a given. It's a basis for your life. It has nothing to do with work. Work is something else. I hope that's clear. Deanna, is that does that
Yeah,
resonate?
the only thing I can add to that, again, the cultural, I'm not sure how things work culturally where she's at. Women sometimes have more opportunity in some places than others. So for me, I had the same decision to make. So this really resonates with me. And I had a 9 to 5 gig and I had my spirituality. So I continued to work on my spiritual self, to work on my emotions and bring those into check. And then I got to a certain point where I'd saved up enough money, and then I made a leap and I made this my full time job. But Claudia is absolutely right. Spiritual life doesn't depend on what you're doing for a living, it's continual.
Yeah, yeah. I've got people who keep asking for clarification, and this is the thing with cards. People come in, they buy half an hour, then they get peaked, and they want to go on and on and on because the one question begs another question, and so. What I have, Ilya wants to know. She said his doctors have stopped giving him antibiotics. Is this the right way? If the antibiotics is the second mess, second medicine that they have given him, because Deanna, I remember you saying it's the
Yeah,
second one that needs to be stopped. Right. Um,
right. Let me see what else I can find out. Just a moment. But I'm not saying the second one to be reevaluated
uh huh.
because I'm certainly not a medical doctor, but to reevaluate.
Yeah.
And if like it's an antibiotic, there may be something in that antibiotic that doesn't agree with his system. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting is between that and there's some food that he's intaking. So something he eats on an average, normal, everyday that's not bad for him, that's okay with his body, but that and whatever this other thing is they're not compatible. So
Yeah.
I would just have it reevaluated.
Mm-hmm. I think we're going to have to call it a night. It's now an hour and 10 minutes, and I
Oh
think
my
my brain
gosh,
is.
this has been so much fun.
I know time flies,
I love
but
it.
my brain is, and I have to have dinner before I fall. um,
Oh, Claudia, this has been
it's
so
been so
lovely.
wonderful and so wonderful to all of you, really. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'm going to put that in the
Yes,
chat. Thank you all for your participation. Uh huh. Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm going to send big love to everybody,
Yeah.
peace in their lives. And
Yeah.
just, if you're watching this live or on the recording, just breathe that in.
Yeah.
Breathe in the
Yeah.
beautiful love that we're sending you today.
Bye bye, everybody. We'll be back. I'll be back. Bye bye.
Bye.